Hello, my fellow patriots. This is Alex with Disabled Vets Perspective, and something on my mind, and I wanted to get it off my chest, but strange place for a mind, but I don't understand my own anatomy anyway. I did have a dog following me. It's hard to take a dog out for a walk when they walk away and they do their own thing. Anyway, that's not what I had on my mind. I have mentioned a couple of times that we're looking at a food shortage, and I've got a little pushback from it, which is no big deal. Come on, pup, this way. It's no big deal. I don't mind people giving pushback. That's what we're all about. Everybody's opinion, everybody's information. We try to get everything together so that we can make one collaborated synopsis of the way things are. But I want to remind some folks that almost a year ago when I started this channel, I started warning about the imminent event that is going to have to be done by the cabal because they were losing at every corner. And I said it needed to be a massive event because anything other than that, those little things that they do to the children at the schools and all of the FFs, twin foxtrots that they do, they weren't getting the point across. So I said that they're going to have to do something pretty massive in order to get people back in line and back under their thumb. Well, I said the event was coming. I said it was going to be massive. I couldn't tell you what it was, but surprise, it's here. And it comes in the way of a COVID-19. Come on, pup. Ugh. Anyway, so the event is here, and this event is being used to get everybody back in check. And when I say that, I mean, look around at the videos going around on YouTube right now of the things happening in other countries. People are literally being caned if they're outside. They're being arrested if they're outside. And this isn't for the good of the public, for public safety. The numbers don't add up. And the fact that we have a cure doesn't add up. So this is not about the virus. This is about a last-ditch effort by the cabal to gain worldwide control. They need their Agenda 21 in place by 21. That isn't the Agenda 21 doesn't mean that they are, waiting until 2021 and then they'll get started. No. It has to be done by 2021 because that gives them 9 years after they've gotten rid of cash, they got rid of population, they got their slaves in order, and everybody's back under their thumb and listening to their rule. They've got all that in place that needs to be done by 2021. Then 9 years to get it back to their dystopian nightmare of 2030, where everything on this planet would be different. So I said the event was coming. I'm not, and I told you so. I don't give a damn. I mean, if I'm going to try to tell people what I know. Take it, then great. If they don't, then great. Whatever they want to do. But I want to throw another one at you because I know this is coming. This isn't guesswork. This is based on how our system works. And our system is about a year old. When I say that, what you're going into the grocery store today and buying was probably part of last year's storage. They have flash freeze facilities. They have all kinds of stuff for storing foods. So, especially canned foods. Everything is about on a 1 year cycle. It's from last year's crops. Well, if you remember this year, or this beginning of last year rather, the massive floods that were in the Midwest took out a whole bunch of farmland, and You know, farmers they couldn't even replant after the floods killed off the crops because the ground was too saturated to do it. Well, none of that is going to go into the storage, into the archives, into the ready to serve facilities. And now, everything you see going on, excuse me, is you got dairy farmers that are dumping milk. You've got growers up north that are letting their crops rot in the field. You have people in the south here in Florida that again are letting the fruit rot because there's no demand. Well, there's a hell of a lot of demand, but there's too much government oversight and government too many different stipulations that prevent the farmers from selling to the public that might come to their property. And it's all set up because there's one key factor, and it's called he who owns the food can make all the rules. It used to be he who owns the gold makes the golden rules, but no, you control a population with food. And one way to guarantee that, not right this minute, but like next year around this time, it's going to be very difficult to get food because everything that would be on the shelf and packaged this year so that it could be ready to be put into grocery stores next year, it's just not going to be there. So you have the governor, nitwit, I don't know, whatever the hell her name is, that's stop people from buying seeds, said it's not essential. Oh, we got snow on the ground anyway, so it's not really that I'm doing anything wrong. Yeah, she is. They're stopping you from growing your own food. They're telling farmers to let their food rot. And then you're going to say, oh, well, no, we don't have a food shortage. No, not right this minute. Meat factories are closing. They're actually trying to incentivize dairy farmers to sell their cows and get out of the business completely. Yeah, all this stuff's coming. And it's not today. It's like I was saying at the beginning of the year, you know, there has to be an event before the election. This is another one. It's a prediction for not today, but for next year around the same time. There will not be food in the abundance that we see today. So if you can get a hold of seeds, if you stockpile food, non-perishable foods that you can use to make things, not the pre-packaged hot pockets and all that kind of stuff, because at some point that kind of stuff is just not going to be useful. You need to be able to make your own meals from scratch. So pick up some books on recipes from early America and, you know, European recipes, Turkish recipes, people that have been around for millennia. You know, the Americans haven't been here, you know, a couple hundred years. So you have to be able to look at how the people of old did things because they survived an awful long time before prepackaged foods came along. And I'm saying this because you have to do something now. You have about a year. And if you don't believe me that you have about a year, you have to go back to my other videos when I started telling you that there has to be an event before the election. And I said it almost a year ago. So I'm trying to give 1 year deltas for you folks so that you know I'm not just blowing smoke. I'm telling you how the things work. So do whatever you have to do to get yourself ready. You have about a year. Next year is going to really suck unless you are prepared. And that means everything in order, all of your non-perishable foods stocked away, all of your ingredient products that you can use to make meals. Learn how to make tortillas and taco shells and bread, things like that. Pick yourself up a bread maker. You've got a little bit of time. You don't have a lot, but I know it's going to be just difficult as hell because everybody's being made to be broke as hell because of this too. This whole thing is about grabbing the control back from the people. The people are retaliating, but they're not doing it very well. A few sprinkles here and there of protests, and that's supposed to make the big difference. And there needs to be more of a collaborated effort, and all of the nervous Nancys out there and the nosy nillies that want to turn in people because they walked into their front yard. Well, you can all those people right there can just kiss my ever loving ass, because I will not be babysat by some neighbor that feels like they want to get brownie points by calling the cops on somebody for walking out in their yard. They're not going to pull that bullshit here. I got 5 acres and I'm fully fenced with a no questions asked, no trespassing statement on the front gate. And we've got big dogs, we've got other things that can reach the gate from the house, and we are damn serious about it. So we don't even let cops on here without a warrant. I mean, that's just not going to happen. So anyway, get ready now. Time is short. Don't take my word for it even. Just don't. I mean, totally ignore me. When you get done, be like, whatever. But then go look around yourself. Look at the situation with the farmers nationwide. Look at the dairy producers. I mean, think of one thing. Think of all of the different things that come from big old fat dairy cows. All those things are going to be limited in about a year of being able to get those products. Creamer, milk, eggs. I mean, not eggs. Cows don't normally lay eggs. I mean, occasionally, but you got your milk, cheese, butter. You got cream. I mean, make your own list and then try to decide what's not going to be available next year. And start getting ready now, because you're not going to have time if you wait till next year to see what happens. Just be ready for this shit. It's happening like clockwork. They're doing this stuff systematically so that they can get their Agenda 21 kicked in. They're trying to kick in fake foods. So, get rid of the cows, get rid of the meat, bring in all their GMO crap, their population control foods, and their vaccines. Anyway, enough of this rant. I just want you guys to hear me, because it's time. We are going to either have to rise up in mass, or we're going to have to get ready to ride out their psychotic wave of oppression. And frankly, I think it's a good idea to be ready for both. Get yourself prepared so that you have everything you need, and then still rise up. That way, you're prepared for whatever. But anyway, that is what I have. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Join me over there on DLive under DVP. Just follow me over there. It's completely free. It costs you nothing. It protects you from not being able to come see me, because if YouTube gets rid of me, then I will still have DLive. But anyway, I got a few backup channels and stuff. Now I'm starting to sweat. Good Lord. Yeah, we're going to get some rain. Anyway, love you guys. You all stay in the fight.